Bob just sent me a message. I didn't read it yet, and it said, "You gonna make the show?" And I sent him a message back. No.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You're already here.
He said the doctor needs me to do one more
Hi.
surgery.
Welcome, everybody. Another
I
episode.
mean, you
Uh,
could.
of course, I can't even get the fucking
Uh,
intro out, and I'm
nah,
already getting.
we don't care. What? We are live? Are we live? Okay. Well, whatever. I don't care. Like you could have just answer like, "Are you going to the show?" No, I died. Just say something like that.
No, that's not funny.
Good. That's a good answer. Well, yeah, never mind.
But
That's
anyway,
funny.
yes, another
No, it
episode of
isn't.
Game Set Live.
Sorry.
Another week, and
Sorry.
another dumpster fire we have. Yes. Mm-hmm. Woohoo! Keeping everybody, it's not that time of year where we need the warmth, but Xbox is keeping us warm by burning the trash. Yeah,
Tell me about it.
it's crazy. On screen here, I double dipped. I decided I wanted Days Gone in full 4K, rock solid 60 frames a second with the graphics pumped all the way up on my PC, and
Ooh,
yes, it does hold up. It is beautiful on PC, lighting and everything, on point.
I, I found that game to be so freaking boring.
Yeah, it was
That was
kind of
just the
boring.
most boring game. Once you learn how to kill them, they're nothing to be afraid of. They're like
You,
they're made it like if you did one thing, there'd be hordes of them chasing after you. Man, it's only whatever on the screen, and you could have been killed everything that's on the screen. It doesn't even matter, and it's boring. It
uh,
wasn't even just about that though. It just was boring. Some of the stuff you had to do.
okay. And I'm not just bashing on my gameplay. We're bashing on the game. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into this. Mr. Fabio, sir, how are you doing? What have you been playing? And yeah, yeah.
That's a yeah. Just stop with that. Okay, we will discuss later. No worries. How am I doing? Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. Yeah, I was much better before what happened, and there's always that fear, uncertainty, and doubt too that is happening. But yeah, other than that, I'm always try to keep on gaming the all the time that I can. And yeah, I'm playing some Halo Infinite, of course. Some Forza Motorsports, and I've played a little bit of Sea of Thieves with the buddies. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
You heard it. You heard it first from our resident Xbot that he has been playing nothing but Xbox games.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Nah, we love you. Mr. Bushido, Mr. N7, Mr. Bush, the professional, sir. Uh, have you been playing anything?
Seriously.
Gotten that itch yet?
I've gotten the itch now,
Ooh.
and since I'm going home tomorrow, I think I will be able to scratch it.
Oh yeah.
Seeing all those videos of Fallout 4 and 76, and then after 76, I was seeing Starfield stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to play something again.
Your memory started flooding back. You remembered who you were.
Yeah, right. Remember who you were.
Nurse, he knows his name.
Remember. Remember.
To quote the late great Michael Jackson, I remember the time I was a gamer. I remember the time that I had fun. Yeah.
You remember that thing from Total Recall, right? It was in his stomach, and he was like, "Free Mars, free Mars." That's what he was.
Like
It was like
like
that.
out
Yeah.
like you are at you are in the situation that you are like you just looked up to the sky and then the clouds start forming a Series X console, and the console is saying, Bushido, You have forgotten who you are, and so
Was that the
forgotten
Ghost
me.
of Christmas Eve?
Yeah, you actually caught me off guard
No,
because
that's
I was gonna say something
actually
else.
that was supposed to be Mufasa. Sorry, that was supposed to be Mufasa. Thanks, Vinny.
Oh goodness.
Hey, he said everything the light touches is yours.
Mm-hmm.
Everything the light touches is. But what about that shadowy place? That's Brooklyn, son. Don't go there.
You stay away from there.
Yes.
You stay away from that wretched land.
Oh goodness.
Oh man,
I'm
I
going
keep
to.
forgetting to bomb the place every day.
Yeah. That's
But yeah. I got the itch now, and if I do go back and play something, it's gonna be one of those games.
mm.
But I know I'm gonna play something because I would dazed with the worst boredom you could ever have. So I'm guaranteed to play something when I get home.
All right.
Start playing with your yogurt at the hospital.
Wow.
That's what you get. I don't like yogurt. Now.
Wow.
You don't like yogurt?
No, I'm not a big yogurt fan.
How dare you? Okay.
What's wrong with
You-
yogurt, man?
Are we
Yogurt
able to
goes with
ban the shooter
everything.
from the podcast?
I only like yogurt when I could crush up that um granola cereal or whatnot. You know what I mean? If I could put cereal in it, if I could put cereal in it, I'll eat it.
So
I
you
do like Greek yogurt though.
then.
I do like Greek yogurt. I do like Greek yogurt.
So you do like? What are you talking about? You don't like yogurt?
But I don't like. There's always different types of yogurt, and so I don't like all the other types. But I like Greek yogurt. I do like Greek
I mean,
yogurt.
I hate Greek
Plain
yogurt.
I
Greek
eat that
yogurt
plain.
with honey and fruit is the best.
See,
I don't like Greek yogurt at all.
but not by itself, but with
Not by
fruit in it.
itself, yeah. Fruit,
Yeah,
honey.
by itself. I think that's the problem.
That's crazy.
okay. Anyways, this is an yogurt topic in this yogurt
Yeah,
show,
you
yogurt
know?
podcast, yogurt day. So Bob, what?
We did let's
Okay,
on the yogurt real
Okay,
fast.
so Bob, what have you been yogurting on your Xbox? Come on,
My Xbox
or your
hasn't-
PC or PlayStation,
listen,
whatever.
My Xbox
What
hasn't
have you been
on
yogurting there?
in a week, but I'll get to that. You so Vinny, sir, what you been playing? How are you doing? Enjoying, you enjoying the beach life, sir.
Oh yeah.
And what's
the
your
beach
favorite
life.
yogurt?
Mm-hmm. Favorite yogurt? Just said it. Greek yogurt. Plain Greek yogurt with honey and fruit.
Greek? But like Greek, the neutral yogurt, or some
Yeah.
flavored Greek yogurt?
No, the neutral.
Just neutral.
Yep.
How?
I just
Okay.
said how. With honey and fruit.
You just said.
I know, but like a strawberry yogurt is so much better. Okay, go on. Sorry,
Wow.
getting
Nah,
off track.
Woo!
All those artificial sweeteners and shit they put in there, not good for you.
There's no way to get me
Anyways.
banned.
Hey,
You know they.
that's why your stomach and your intestines is going to live much longer than you are because of all the preservatives they've ingested.
But other than
Vinny's
that,
gonna
I've been
say.
playing
Vinny's
Fallout
gonna get ready to
76.
say that. Vinny's getting ready to say they put nanites inside of
Oh, yeah.
the flavored yogurt.
Microplastics.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. That way they could track us.
I mean,
Yep.
I mean, your organs and your intestines going to live longer than you. That's great for donors. Then awesome. So we are helping. We are making a communitary service here.
But
As long as he does his intestines, he donates them.
don't they have a big
So-
update coming out to Fallout 76 here pretty soon, Vinny? Is it like
Does that involve yogurt or intestine or
no?
something
But
that we are
there is
talking about
supposed to
here?
be a yogurt stand in Fallout that will, you'll use
Oh,
it to polish
okay.
up your power armor. You just rub it in like
I
lotion.
thought
What?
I thought Fallout 76 already got an update, like a visual update.
No, they're getting
Did it?
DLC.
I don't know.
They're
Okay, good shit. I apologize. I cut you off during your intro. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Oh, I don't know about
Okay.
DLC. They had a big update today, but it's mainly like store items and bug fixes.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on with your intro, man. Go ahead.
Bob has been playing Days Gone. I mean, I've been playing mainly on my PC. I've been playing more of the early access Manor Lords. I started up Helldivers recently. As soon as I seen that there was no longer a requirement to link a PSN account, I turned it off and I was like, we have won. We have won. Yes, we made them bend the knee.
Crazy that happened after our show last week. Like a lot of stuff happened after
Yeah.
our show last week.
But like, here's the thing. For now, remember what happened to EA on Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Yes.
Yeah, they said this will be the live service of games.
Oh.
hmm
We need to
It must
see
be
what
nice to be on
happens.
PC. It must be nice to be on
it's
PC
amazing.
for you guys, because you guys could play the PlayStation game and just jump right into an Xbox game without nothing else, but without picking up a different
4K,
controller.
100 plus FPS, max settings.
Yeah, and besides that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what
Blah
I
blah
was.
blah blah.
I know what I was referring to now. Fallout 76 is going to be getting a new map expansion in 2024.
Yeah.
This year.
Okay.
They're going to add
And
unique
that involves
factions,
yogurt.
quests, and it's going to be the Shenandoah region. So, don't know what that means, but yeah.
And Dawn,
What?
never knew her.
Yeah, I never knew her either, but apparently she's got a map. Ooh. But yeah, it's been Manor Lords. Of course, Days Gone. I played some more Witchfire on Epic Game Store. The new update on that. I've been continually working to with this developer for Project Castaway on Steam. I've been getting the controller mapping right because there's still no controller mapping support for Project Castaway on Steam, and I've got it like it's really fine tuned to the Xbox controller now, and
There you go.
I've sent that information forward, and hopefully that gets applied to Steam, so that there will be an official Steam controller. What do you call it? Button mapping and everything. So right now, you literally have to bind everything between your controller and your keyboard. But I got it working really good. The hardest part was that some buttons do multiple things, and there are a couple times in the menu where you hit the one button, and it tries to do two things at the same time. Yeah.
Mouse and keyboard superiority, man.
Yeah, but okay. I'm okay when it's WASD for movement, and then maybe E for interaction, spacebar
Everyone.
for jumps, control and shift for run or crouch. But when it starts making me swing my finger over to hit the G button or the B button or the R button to do specific things, that's what I have
It's
an
like
issue
playing the
with.
piano.
Yeah, it's like playing the piano. And yeah, but I've got it mapped out pretty good. I'm happy with it. I've done everything that I could do so far in the beta. I'm waiting on new content. Waiting on an update or something. Add some more interesting stuff, some more challenges to get. But anyway, yeah. Let's get into this. Let's all sit around this dumpster fire that is Xbox right now, and let's roast some marshmallows. I like marshmallows. You like marshmallows, Vinny?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. These marshmallows have a nice little singed Xbox symbol in them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these ones These ones taste like Tango GameWorks.
Oh
My
my
God.
goodness. Okay, let's just start right
Oh
there.
my, oh my, oh my lord! Like there's four of us. Is one marshmallow for each of us, and four studios got shut down.
Yeah, how
Like,
about
oh
that?
my, coincidence? I think not. How about that?
Yeah,
I
Bob can be
think
all
Xbox
the
thought
dog
about that
studios.
before they did it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's sad too because I mean that the shadow drop of Hi-Fi Rush last year, that was like it was the flashlight
One of
in the
the best moments
yeah,
of the year.
it was the flashlight in the darkness. It was the only game they had that was critically acclaimed. It got awards. It won a BAFTA. It was a great game, and then they shut the game studio down. And and then
Okay,
what?
so
Yes, go ahead.
let's explain the general thing for everybody that like in case you didn't you don't know what happened. Like I really doubt, but just for people to understand what happened. We saw reports from media outlets on what, a Monday, Tuesday, I don't remember, of saying that Xbox Game Studios is going to be shutting down Alpha Dog Games, which is a mobile studio from Bethesda, the guys that developed a really fun game called Mighty Doom. I am one of the Mighty Doom players, and I'm really sad
He's
about
a
this,
mighty
of course.
doomer.
They are also, they are, yeah, Mighty Doom. They are also shutting down Arcane Austin. No, it's not the Arcane that is doing Blade. It's the Arcane that did Prey and that recently did Redfall. That studio is getting shut down. Roundhouse Studios is a studio that we didn't see any game coming out from them since the acquisition, and that like it's a quite recent studio actually, but they are not getting shut down. They are actually going to be receiving the same treatment that Vicarious Visions received. That is, they are going to be merging with another studio and becoming a support studio now for ZeniMax Online. And the worst part is that another studio got shut down, which is Tango Gameworks. Basically, their Xbox only Japanese studio is being shut down this moment right
Hmm.
after they released Hi-Fi Rush last year for some.
Well,
Okay.
actually they approached
Uh,
Xbox and they wanted to begin development on a sequel to Hi-Fi Rush, and the development time would be 2 to 3 years.
Phil
And
Spencer said sequel. Never knew her.
No, I don't. Actually, I think that honestly, my impression is that, of course, I think there is an involvement. Like, basically, let's sum it up. Like, we are not happy.
hmm
We're angry. We're tired. We are sad. We are frustrated. Even though I am having those feelings, like, I was really furious when those news came out, and as days went by, I'm getting a little better, but still, it's like this heavy weight of what's going on, what's going to be happening in the future. Like, what's the situation? And it's not just a situation of, oh, those studios are gone. It's a situation of what happens to the studios that are still here. For how long are they still here? Like, is there any other studio that is on their aim to be shut down? Is there anything that we as fans of these studios and we as fans of Xbox can do to prevent this from happening? And like, is this an issue of just Phil Spencer and Matt Booty and Aaron Greenberg? Because Jesus fucking Christ, soon enough we will be talking about that as well. Or is this actually Satya Nadella and the shareholders deciding to like, you know what, fuck it. Phil, thank you so much for your contribution, but we are now the captain of the ship now, and we are going to, and you and your division is going to be doing exactly what we tell you because everything that's been happening right now, like for this sort of bomb that they decided to throw at us is like the suits decided to take over the
Mm-hmm.
Xbox division. And we are all confused. Like, is Phil Spencer one of those suits? Is Matt Booty one of those suits? Is Satya Nadella actually like saying, Phil, I'm your boss. Whatever I tell you, you need to do because that's your job, and I am going to be pulling the strings now. Like, what is going on? But even though I have that, I am still an Xbox fan. I'm still excited for Hellblade 2. I already even bought the game. I am excited for the showcase to see what's going on. And I'm still game on Xbox. I'll continue to subscribe to Game Pass. I'll continue to buy the hardware, the games. I'll continue to support Xbox because that's the platform that I love. That's the platform that I've invested so much time and money on it. And it is a platform that makes me feel at home. But even though I really enjoy this damn platform, I need to say, like, I am not obligated to applaud every decision that Microsoft ends up doing. And this is, it doesn't matter any explanation that they decide to give us. This is an ultimate fuck up.
I mean, we okay. So if you haven't seen my tweet yet, I went through the trouble of clipping out one of the best things that Alex said on his video this morning, and it's about 53 seconds, but he puts it right out there. It's what we're all thinking, because I've never seen since Phil took over, we've never seen as contradiction as contradicting of statements as we are seeing this week. And the only logical reason that we can come up with is that there is a change in the guard at the steering wheel of Xbox, because you got, it's almost like you have a different CEO come in, and we're seeing it now with PlayStation. The guy's coming in and saying different things than what Jim Ryan said. It's almost like that's happened with Xbox, but it's happening behind the scenes, because I've never seen Phil contradict himself like he has. And Matt Booty, I'm not even sure Matt Booty's all there right now, because Matt Booty goes out and he's part of this closure of Tango Gameworks, and yet he's seen at a town hall, quoted from a town hall, saying that we need more smaller games that get more accolades and awards. And this is 24 hours after he was part of shutting down the only studio that's given them that this generation. It's just like it's destroyed a lot of trust in the community for the brand that we all love, and or the community. I can't really say the brand that we all love, because to be honest with you, if I had ran into the community on any other platform that I ran into on Xbox, I probably would have gravitated towards that platform. I want to make that very clear that I haven't been on Xbox because of, that hasn't been my preferred place to play because of the hardware or what it stood for or the exclusives that I got there, because I could buy the exclusive up until Game Pass got big and all of the first party games started going in there. I bought first party games just like everybody else bought first party PlayStation games. It was the community, the people, the friendships that were created, and the fun times that we all had in party chat late at night, just being stupid and crazy and having a good time. That is what made Xbox my place to play my multiplats. So But this goes even deeper. This is hitting the community. This is affecting the community. I don't think the hardware is going anywhere. That the hardware is game where Game Pass lives. So, oh, Bushido, from a man that's on the edge of the cliff looking over, what do you see from Xbox?
I don't even know anymore. To be honest with you, you get a mix. First of all, you get mixed messages from them when it comes to um, exclusives are concerned. I wasn't really too concerned about that myself because I was like, those games aren't making a lot of money, and they'll more than likely, you know, use those as tools. Games like those to make money for them on other platforms. But as of recently, I don't even know what to think. You said you wanted a Japanese studio and you shut down Tango. Um, Arcane, yeah, hasta la vista. I don't care. I don't like any of their games or anything anyway. Um, what's the other studio? The other studio that hasn't even done anything, so that's another one. And
It was a support studio on Redfall.
yeah, on that note, see you later. And what's the other team called? The other studio? Lionhead,
Oh no,
Tarantula,
we had Roundhouse Games, Tango GameWorks, Arcane
Rango,
Austin,
Roundhouse. There's Roundhouse.
and
I forgot
then
what Roundhouse did.
uh, on the one. Okay,
Well,
one was not closed down. One was rolled into
It's
ZeniMax.
Roundhouse Studios.
Roundhouse Studios. That's the one that was absorbed
Yeah,
into.
Roundhouse Studios.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was
absorbed
the one
in.
that was the like that's the one that was a support studio on Redfall.
Okay. Yeah, I could listen. I'm not going to stand up for Xbox for any of this because it doesn't make sense to have all the layoffs and you bought you bought Activision for $69 billion. Um, my thing is, don't give us mixed messages about what you're doing. You know, I could see why those studios shut down when I really think about it. As far as productivity is concerned, things that put have output. But at the same time, Tango was the only one that I looked at and was like, wonder why they closed them. Yeah, I know Hi-Fi Rush did well, so you would think that they would be like, well, we'll spare them. But like Fabio said, I'm kind of wondering, is it out of their hands? Is this something that, Satya came down and he's running a new directive, like you said, for the shareholders? And at first, I used to think yesterday, I'll make it as if it was years. Yesterday, I looked at it as that's BS. But then when I started thinking about it, I was like, but what if it is the case? What if it is the case that this was taken on? Because it doesn't fit Phil Spencer for what he says,
At all.
and he's a guy. He's the guy I take as on face value. To be honest with you, um, I wouldn't have seen him shut down studios inside of my head. But if the directive and from the shareholders are they're not seeing enough of their um, dividends, then I could see why Satya Nadella would do it. He would do it. He would cut heads off regardless, of what the studio has accomplished anyway, because he wouldn't really care.
Mm-hmm. Vinny,
Vinium.
Vinny, sir.
Uh, This whole topic makes me so frustrated.
It does.
Like,
I know it does.
It makes us
been
all
very
frustrated, but we need
tiring.
to do it. We need to do it. The entire episode is going to be about that problem. One thing Finbar decided to say: breaking news: Ghost of Tsushima is no longer available in countries without PSN and is being removed from stores in those regions, even if you want to play the
Wow.
single player. What the
Wow.
fuck?
What?
Wow.
What
Oh,
the? I need to check on Twitter. Give me 2 seconds here.
No, if Timber said it, it's fact. That's fact.
No, I saw that before the show too.
Oh my
Then
goodness.
why you say something?
I don't think it was a big deal.
So,
Because he became a Sony pony. Simple as that. God, that's it, guys. Sony is dying. PlayStation is done. The console is not going to exist anymore. Xbox is such a great place that we need to now talk about other things.
Oh man,
I mean,
both of
No,
these companies, man, you don't
I
know what
didn't
they're
say
doing.
anything because I didn't know the single player was getting taken out too. But I mean,
Mm,
I'd rather have them
Like
take it out now
they
before
said,
people buy it than
they
after
yeah,
people
they
buy it.
said it themselves. Like they said it themselves. If you play only the campaign, you won't need to have the PSN account. And like they decide to
you know,
now say, you know what?
people,
Just give us the PSN account, boys.
people still think that if as long as they own the disc, they own the game, but you still have DMR that you have to deal with. They don't understand why a lot of games have to be on the internet, and some of them because it saves, and some of them is because um, they have to check the that you own the game. So this goes into the face of that. To be honest with you, that you really don't own your games.
yeah, but if you're buying it on Steam, then you launch it through Steam. Steam is the service that says you do or you do not own this.
And see, that's different. No, yeah, that's different.
They're just going after metric numbers. They want to know how many people
Right.
total are playing their games so that they can put it up like Microsoft does. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that what Microsoft does with making you sign into an Xbox Live account, I'm not saying that's right either. But in the face of that, Xbox, they've always done that. That's not something they're just reintroducing after their games have been on PC for a long time. It's always been that way. You've always had to log in with a Microsoft account to play Sea of Thieves, to play Minecraft multiplayer, to play Flight Sim, to do all this stuff. You've always had to log in with a Microsoft account. That's just the way it's been.
I just noticed I keep cutting off Vinny. I'm sorry about that, Vinny.
No, you guys are good.
Oh, you
Don't worry.
Vinny, lay the
But
smack down on him. Tell him how you feel.
Just kidding.
no, but the whole thing with Xbox, like I know a lot of people want to not blame Phil Spencer, but like if we're being real, he's the head of the game Microsoft gaming division. He's not just over Xbox anymore. And it's like, yeah, like we could say Satya stepped in, blah blah blah, but like Phil works there. He knows Satya. He knows the consequences of buying Activision, like what that entails, all this and all of that. Like he should have been more prepared. Like I don't know. It's just especially Matt Booty. I don't know what Matt Booty's doing there either. Like he's the reason why we haven't been getting any games at all. Like for the past 10, like over a decade. So, um, something needs to change. Like honestly, Phil did a lot for Xbox, but I think at this point, like keeping him there, I don't think there will be any benefits to that. And I know they promised like hardware for next generation, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they came out tomorrow and say, "Hey, we're actually not doing hardware anymore," and Xbox is shutting down as a whole, and it's just going to be Microsoft Gaming. And like
No, but
it's just
like,
like you, Phil Spencer said so many things, and it hasn't just been this generation with Activision. It's been last generation too with a bunch of empty promises. Like, just get someone in there that just does what he says and not promises.
It's just big goals.
I don't think getting someone up different and changes anything. To be completely honest with you, bringing in a new guy, to that doesn't make sense for a CEO who, if you like the little Phil, because Phil was at odds with you over directions, for Xbox. I can't see them bringing in another guy like that. Then that would be at odds with them over the decisions of Xbox. I just think that this is one of those situations where you got to ride it out with them. You got to ride it out with them because if it is, because I don't know, and we just going off of speculation. If it is that way, I prefer it to be him, at least because he has
No one else.
um
There's no. That's the thing. Like there's the thing, Vinny. Like if it's
that's
not
not
Phil
really talking.
Spencer, like
That's not
who,
Fanny
who
talking.
else is left? Who else is left
If I'm left,
to
you
be
did.
there?
There wasn't Vinny talking though.
It doesn't have to be someone from Xbox or Microsoft. It could be someone else. There has to be a change. Like there's no way Xbox is going to survive under Phil Spencer. Like, and I hope you guys see that now because like
No,
they
but
even
here's the thing: it survived because of Phil Spencer. It was in a pretty bad state before. Well, like it is not in a good state right now because of what just happened. I agree with that. But like we need to take it. I'm not trying to like, oh, let's defend Phil Spencer. I'm just saying that I don't know if we need to say and keep saying fire Phil over and over. It's just because like without Phil Spencer, there wouldn't be an Xbox in 2024. There
You
wouldn't
bring
be
somebody else and you get change
whatsoever.
the direction. You get somebody with a change
And
of
like
direction.
So
out of the sudden, out of nowhere, they decided to do all the stuff that they did, and like would you think that this is like Phil Spencer saying
yes.
that, you know what, I have a new vision, it's completely different from what I said before, and we're going with that? Or
No, I
does it
don't
make
think it's
more
a new
sense for
vision.
like,
I think it's Phil Spencer saying, "Oh shit, I didn't see that."
But it would be a new.
Okay,
But
now
it
we
would be
gotta
a new
let go of
vision.
Tango.
But it would
Like,
be a new vision though, because you only fire somebody for change. If Satya fires him, the only thing you're gonna get next is a Satya puppet, and he's gonna do whatever Satya says up for according to money, as opposed to worry about how the gamers will look at it, and he won't care. He'll be another um Matt oh jeez, what's his last
Matt
name?
Booty,
No.
Don Matrick?
Don Matrick.
Don
Metric.
Matrick is it?
Yeah. He won't care. He won't care at all. He'll just do exactly what Satya does. I always tell my family this because they have certain degrees and they get job offers. And they're always like, Dad, should I make this? Dad, should I do this and that? Should I switch jobs? I always tell them the devil you know is better than the one you don't know. And guess what?
Like,
Every time when they switch jobs, they regret it. And I keep telling them, I'm like, that's why you don't switch jobs like that, willy nilly like that. And I can't see changing CFOs um, being anything but change. And it's gonna be a 180, excuse me, a 180 as far as pivot is concerned. And now there's no more game pass. There's only charges for each game, back to normal.
Yeah. So
yeah, but I don't think there is gonna be a Game Pass. Like, I think the service is honestly coming to an end pretty soon here.
Really, you think so?
we don't
Oh
know. We
yeah,
need to
Eh,
wait and see. It depends
I
if
think
on
that's
what
right.
happens with
profit if
Call of Duty.
profitability and revenue is the issue, then
Yeah.
they're gonna get rid of Game Pass.
I think one of the things
It
you'll get
doesn't
rid
make
of if you
sense.
do with Game Pass first
So
would be those day and date games, like those AAA games. I think that's what will stop first, and then after that,
the moment, because no, go Busher. Sorry, go on.
no. But then after that, it'd be certain games that were not so good, and they got paid a whole bunch of money. That would stop too. They wouldn't start,
Mm,
taking the AAA games at all. I think they would go with like AA games and indie games. And if that don't work, then you get rid of you throw out the bathwater with the baby, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do
To be
agree with you
honest,
with that.
yeah, to be honest, I think
ca-
with this, a lot of people are gonna be leaving Xbox Studios, like
Yeah.
just because of this move.
I can't see
Just
them
because
leaving
you're
because you ain't got nowhere else to go. Where are you gonna go? You can't
well,
just leave.
exactly like you're like their job security is not guaranteed, and it's just like how do you produce knowing that no matter how hard you try, like it's never gonna be enough. I think
It's like that for
eventually
every
yeah,
it's
it's
just
job,
gonna
though.
tomorrow.
be.
That's
I
like that
think
for every job.
But
eventually
like,
it's just gonna be Call of Duty and like a bunch of live service games, and I don't think we're gonna see like Obsidian or maybe even uh ZeniMax and Arcane Leon. Like I think all these single player devs are just they're gonna be done. Like even Ninja Theory, I think they're gonna be one of the first to go besides um Tango.
go in what terms?
Like shutting down
Toys for Bob terms or Tango terms?
Tango terms. Like shut down the
Hmm.
studio completely because
Yeah,
their
like it
director
does.
already left. They don't have a director anymore. And that was the case
No,
with
no,
Tango
no.
as
It
well.
wasn't the no. That was the co-founder of the thing. It wasn't the director. The studio head is a guy that has been there for a long time as well.
So okay, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, and Timber reiterates Xbox has confirmed they're committed to Game Pass, and this is what I'm gonna tell you. For
Yes, I agree.
I've even seen
Amber is always spitting facts.
I've even seen Brad Sims go on and say, and Dustin Legary also said this too in one of his recent videos. They keep saying, and I'm tired of this going around because these are people. I swear to God, they don't do math. They don't do math. They keep saying that Game Pass is not a sustainable service. Okay, all right. So
$4 billion
uh,
per year, everybody.
7.5. Okay, and we're being very reserved here. Okay, very reserved. I'm saying only 35 million Game Pass subscribers, which is very reserved. We know it's probably more when you add in PC Game Pass and all that. When you do that, you come up with a number that's like $684 million a month in a year that's 7.56 billion. Okay, you know how you make more money? You do what you said you were going to do, and when you buy a studio and a publisher, you put their games in Game Pass. Where are all the old Call of Duties? Where are the old
Yes.
prototype games? Where are these games? Those should have been ready to go the very day the ink was dry and all the regulatory, bodies said, yes, you're good to go. You can buy this company. That should have been ready
Oh,
to go that very day.
I
you could
agree.
quote me on
Yeah,
this.
I
the
I
agree.
really
Bethesda
Just like
believe
titles
that.
were
just
ready
like the
before
with
the
Bethesda.
deal even went go through.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. But those games are not Call of Duty. Those games are not as popular as Call of Duty. Maybe Skyrim, but still, this was a pretty good deal. People actually enjoyed playing more on Game Pass because they could play all the Bethesda games there.
I mean, you're talking about putting games into a service to pump a service. These are games that aren't selling anyway. They're older games. They're not
yeah, yeah.
selling. So stuff them in the service. What Microsoft even okay. What happened when the ABK deal was finished? When the ABK deal was finished, Xbox came out and said, "Look at all the old servers we've brought back to life on these old Call of Duty games." Okay, great. Perfect time to put those games in Game Pass. They're not there.
Nah.
It's like, what are you doing? Nobody's gonna buy an old game. I mean,
And
people that
like
already have the game, yes, they're gonna go, woohoo, the servers are back up. But that's not gonna bring in anybody new. It's only gonna affect people
Yeah,
that already
exactly.
own the game. So offer the game on your service so that people, oh wow, look at this. I get 9 Call of Duty games for to get Game Pass. Oh, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm beating my head against the wall here because
no, no, and not
go ahead.
no, no, but like not just that the situation, but like not just that I genuinely think I even talked this about during the XPL Party podcast show that we had about this. That is like, oh, okay, we got Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of our pieces. I don't think we should put the next Call of Duty on the Game Pass day one. Why? Because it's way too valuable. Okay, but have you thought about the facts that people would have, or that the addictive Call of Duty players would be having? Like the fact that this would cost to the addicted Call of Duty players if the next Call of Duty would be day one on Game Pass. Because here's the situation here. Really cannot see how putting the next Call of Duty day one on Game Pass would not increase the number of subscribers there. Honestly, like I really think that would be a good thing for Game Pass. I really think that would increase somewhat. But it just I really don't think that is going to be like from 34 million players it went to 35. Nice. No, I don't think that's going to be that way, as well as I don't think it's going to be like from 34 million players, the moment they put Call of Duty there is going to be 100 million. No, I'm not saying that, but there's tons of people that play Call of Duty. It doesn't matter if the game is good, it doesn't matter if the game is bad, it doesn't matter the amount of effort that Activision put it on those games. It doesn't matter if the game is considered as the worst game of the entire franchise. They still have record sales.
Yeah.
They still sell tons and makes huge amounts of money with Call of Duty releasing year after year after year. And like, imagine the guy that is addicted to Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
and like he sees that, okay, I can spend $70 on the game, or I can get it for just $10, $15, whatever, on Game Pass, because it's going to be there on day one. Would you actually think that this guy is not going to either get a PC and play on PC Game Pass, get a Series S and play on Xbox Game Pass, or if they want to have the best resolution, the best performance, buy a Series X and get it on Xbox Game Pass, or even hell, create a Game Pass account and play with clouds the moment it gets available there. Like, I really think that if they decide to, we are not going to be putting Call of Duty, that you are shooting yourselves on the foot because it's not sustainable. How do you know if you haven't tried?
Yeah.
I got the other end of
Like,
that, Fabio. I think that I don't think that Activision itself and maybe Blizzard will be taking in Xbox Studios, um, because if you really think about it, you make more money on the sales of Call of Duty every year, even when it, like you said, when it's the worst one. I think that that's what's still going to happen with them. I don't think that they're going to put it in Game Pass day and date. When I think about how many members are on Game Pass, you're going to have to steal a lot of people away from PlayStation. And I don't see it being like that. I can see maybe
like
I can see maybe look at the most if you could get 10%, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. That's the goal right there. But I think that it'd be underneath that, and I don't think it'd be worth it. Just to put it in the Game Pass, just to get a few million people to join. But as far as sales are concerned, like you're gonna get sales from both sides. So I can't
Yes, you
see,
will.
yeah, I can't see that them, putting it in just Game Pass and having a day and date. I can't see that being a thing. I do think it'll hit Game Pass like after a few months. That way, they still get the sales money. But um, I don't think that they're gonna put it in day and date
Look, I'm gonna
because remember
tell.
everything
No,
now is
but
all
like
of a sudden about money.
I'm gonna tell.
no, but here's the thing: if they don't put it on Game Pass day one, then that's the moment is that like Xbox is really probably going to get fucked because they said it themselves on the Xbox podcast that we had at the beginning of the year. All of our games will be day one on Game Pass. The moment they decided to say minus Call of Duty, it means that not even Xbox believes in the damn subscription service that they have created. Oh, but it's not because with Call of Duty it's not sustainable and it can make us lose a
That's
lot
not
of
true.
money, and because of that, we will have to shut down the studio. So, are you sabotaging everyone else? Are you
Hey,
sabotaging
Timber,
every single
You're,
I mean,
other one of
look
their
that look
studios?
that
Then
quote
is
up
that what you're telling me?
because I'm under the mindset. This could be the Mandela effect too.
hmm,
I'm under the mindset that he said only Xbox Studio games. Not saying only. I think he just said Xbox Studio games. And if they're not part of Xbox Studios, you don't have to do it. But I still wonder if I think I
Are
might be
part
wrong
of
about it.
they are is not Xbox and Activision the same way as it was not Xbox and Bethesda. Then why did they put the Bethesda games day one on Game Pass? Because they are part of Xbox. Why are we having just one Xbox game showcase and
you,
not an Xbox showcase and an Activision Blizzard showcase then?
all right, look. Here, look.
Because they are part of Xbox.
Here, here are the
Listen,
here are
Why
the
did they fi- why did they fire so many people from marketing and support development whatever it is from PR department from Activision Blizzard? Because they don't need to have two teams when they are all under the same umbrella.
Also, some of those guys were part of the lawsuit too. You want to get rid of them.
all right. Look.
Yeah,
listen.
okay, but
Look. I
still
gotta
like
say,
the message you're giving is that we don't believe in Game Pass and we're fucked.
I gotta say something. Okay, look. The people that have an Xbox and they're playing Call of Duty with their friends, or they're playing Fortnite with their friends, or they're playing Apex Legends, or any of those games. Okay, they're not Game Pass subscribers. That's not the type of games they play. You want to grow your Game Pass subscription. What do? You put the games that people are playing and that aren't Game Pass subscribers. You take those games and you put them in your service, and your service will grow. We're talking $7.5 billion by minimal counts of Game Pass subscribers a year. If you brought that up just by 25%, all of a sudden you're making almost $10 billion a year off just the service. And we haven't even gotten into what happens if World of Warcraft enters Game Pass. Because Alex talked about
That's
that
what
today
you do
too.
right there.
Because you have to pay a monthly service, a monthly subscription to play WoW. What if that monthly subscription, you still got people that play World of Warcraft. You're still going to have those people that play it traditionally the way they've always played it, and they never go through PC Game Pass, and they never go through Xbox Game Pass to do it. You're still going to have those people that are just set in their ways, and this is the way they've always done it. This is the way they're going to keep doing it. This is more specifically for new players to WoW. You include that monthly subscription fee that people pay every month for WoW. You include that into PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass, and all of a sudden, holy shit! Yes,
increase the price of Game Pass as well. No worries.
holy
Makes
shit!
sense.
World of Warcraft is relevant again because you've
I don't think
never
it's ever becoming irrelevant.
right, but you've never tapped into the console market, so it's
Right.
still always been kind of a niche thing because you got World of Warcraft players. When they say that that's what they play and they play it a lot, you automatically think, oh, he just plays on PC. It's not like every other game where you say, oh, you're playing that? What are you playing on? You automatically think they're playing on PC. They're not a console gamer.
Right.
I mean, it just, oh my God. It drives me up the wall because you, me, Fabio, Vinny, we're nobodies, okay? We're just doing a podcast for fun. And we can see.
Hey,
Okay, no.
I am someone.
Okay, in the scheme
You
of the
think I'm a nobody?
in the
Bob.
scheme of the industry, we are nobodies in the scheme of the industry, and we
Hey
can
Fabio,
we can
I'll
see
put you at
this.
dinner to go to.
We can see this,
What
and
should I say
these
that again?
people can't. It just is
Mhm.
so frustrating
Mhm.
because we can see the easy W's to make a lot of money, and they don't do it. Why? It's oh
I
my
don't know.
God! It's just
That's why it's a lot of moving
We need
pieces.
no. Like first of all these reactions that we are having now in terms of the Call of Duty thing are based on like the speculation of if Call of Duty gets decided to not be day one on Game Pass because it's way too much valuable, and we would not have any sort of profit out of this. Like we're just speculating. Nothing has been confirmed. We might get surprised with something good, or we might be surprised with something bad. Apparently, but yeah, Bob's argument with World of Warcraft, in my opinion, makes sense as well. Honestly, like you
Oh.
want to justify
Go ahead.
an increased price or a price increase on Game Pass, you add the World of Warcraft subscription there.
Right.
Okay, Vinny.
Is
Yeah,
it
I'm
Call
thinking
of
the same thing
Duty?
with Diablo. You know,
Call
you
of
add
Duty-
things like
Vinny, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Call of Duty is either not coming to Game Pass or they're gonna put it on a new tier of Game Pass, which I think Call of Duty is gonna be what the family tier was supposed to be is gonna be the new. Oh, this is Game Pass with Call of Duty at $25.99 or $26.99 a month now.
Jeez.
So that's what they're gonna do. That's what I think. Reason being is just because they're not gonna make any money off of just regular Game Pass Ultimate, and this is just gonna be like Ultimate Plus or something of the sorts. Maybe it includes World of Warcraft. I just don't think they have any plans or intentions of bringing that to consoles right now or ever.
Like the no, like the I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but like the World of Warcraft developers at the last BlitzCon that we had, one of the panels that they made and that people asked about it is like, are you guys thinking about World of Warcraft on console now? And they're like, yeah, for sure. After all, we are now part of Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that
Microsoft
we are
thinking
going to
about
soon
that?
be getting that?
If they're not,
Yeah,
they're
but
stupid.
I'm talking about the developers. Like, so just
referring.
are
Look
you
at what they've been
everything
doing.
you're talking about is referring to like is everything that you're talking about just referring to what Microsoft is thinking, or you also thinking about what the developers are thinking?
If Microsoft's not
I'm trying
thinking,
to
I
think
don't
about
think
both
developers
opinions.
have any.
Honestly.
I don't think
Yeah.
the developers have any say in anything. Honestly,
at all.
Yeah,
think
but they
they're
can pitch something. I don't know.
I mean,
At the end of the day,
Tango
Microsoft's the
pitched
one that
Hi-Fi
decides. I
too, and
know.
then they got closed down. So it's just like
I know.
they don't
I
have
know.
any.
hey, shout out to Mark and Timmy in the chat. Thanks, guys, for joining and hearing our rant.
Timothy. I talked to Jimmy
Timmy,
yesterday
if
on
there-
Xbox Live.
if they're not
and he's
thinking,
always got some weird
them more.
story.
if Xbox
And then
is
he
not thinking
overtalks you
about WoW,
like I'm doing Bob.
yeah, it's really getting there. It's really getting annoying. But if Microsoft's not thinking about this, then they're rocking eat you. They're totally rocking eat you.
Oh, gracious.
It's just
Yeah, I just think that this is a messed up situation. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing though, right now, as of right now though. I'm not jumping ship.
Okay, just one thing then.
I just don't like the decision you made, but I'm not jumping ship because that would mean I'll have to go to PlayStation. And I'm not doing that. I can't see
Or go
myself
to
doing that.
PC.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. I would go the PC route. I would not drop off from Xbox just because of this. Um, I
She
will
don't
go
want to go
straight
to
PC.
PC, never go back to
Yeah.
it.
I believe you. I believe you.
so. I mean,
I believe you 100%.
this is a filter that I only see going one way because it seems to me like Xbox bends over backwards to make their console games work on PC, but they don't do the same thing for their PC games to work on console. Which, I mean, if we're to believe the strategy going forward, this should have been happening all along, right? It,
I don't think so because at any time, let's say you lost that deal because of the FCC or whatever, um, you to make changes to another corporation that they wouldn't make. So I don't think so. I don't think that they had any say over anything yet until they were out of the woods for that. Once they got out of the woods for that, then I felt they were able to make changes.
yeah, I do want to bring up one thing about Tango GameWorks though. A lot they had leadership leave Tango and actually take some developers with them. So Tango was at the beginning of this year a shell of itself. So perhaps the team that pitched Hi-Fi Rush 2 was not really the whole of the team that actually worked on it in the beginning, the first one. So yes, it sounds very negative that you shut down your only Japanese developer. But when you look even deeper into it, was how much of what was left of Tango really looked like Tango? We don't
One
know.
of the one of the dir-
Boys,
one of the directors already said that was false.
sorry to no, but
That
like
wasn't
sorry
true.
to interrupt. I need to have my dinner. I'll be back soon. No, please don't end the podcast for me.
Okay.
All right, that's the show, everybody.
Just eat fast. So okay.
I don't
So
think he heard me say it. I was saying to him when he was talking, I said, "Don't you have a dinner to go to?"
oh man. So I mean,
Oh man.
so you would think that everybody is in total disarray and they are just wiping their hands clean, but I think there is going to be more eyes on this June 9th showcase than there have ever been on an Xbox showcase. It's because of what's gone on. They are going to be expecting Xbox to try and save face. And there are going to be just as many people looking to see them claw back in the PR department as
I know one thing. You better
there's
not grab another studio
they're going to
within the next few months.
yeah, there's going to be just so many there's going to be just as many people looking for them to claw back as there will be looking for them to fail. You're going to have
Mhm.
I
everybody
think people are just gonna tune in to dislike the video, and then leave a negative comment.
Oh wow. That's good. That seems to be how you get things done these days though. You know, oh man, so many thoughts are going through my head right now. It's like
Running through my head.
So back to the Phil Spencer and who's actually sailing the ship right now. You know, it's funny how all week, I think Phil Spencer's been. I mean, we've seen Aaron Greenberg, we've seen Mike Ybarra, we've heard quotes from Matt Booty during town halls. But have we heard or seen anything from Phil Spencer?
Mm.
You know, if you're the one that is driving this, why have you been quiet? That is what.
Just been playing Fallout 76, baby.
He
The game's
was trying to
so
rebuild
good. You
his
had to
base.
fire Tango to
He had to
plan.
rebuild his base. I don't know how many times to get bombed.
Oh, it's just
Yeah, I
crazy.
agree with you though, Bobby. I think that if it was his idea, he wouldn't mind coming out and saying something. And I still don't think it was necessary. At first, I did. I will admit it took a while, but when I really look at it, I'm wondering if this is a bean counting thing, and if it was, um, how
Yep.
much, yeah, how much of Satya came in and
You know
made the
how I
move
know
on
it wasn't
purpose.
Satya?
Good.
Because 343 is still here. Now I'm being dead ass serious. Like
Yo, you
that's
know
how
the
I
funny
know
part
it
is
wasn't Satya. Yeah.
somebody brought that up too. They was like, if you was gonna let go of any one of the studios, if anything, it should have been 343. And I was like, yo, bars right there, straight
Yeah.
bars,
Um,
straight bars.
I think Matt Booty, what I think, because he's head of this, well, he's like in charge of, running the studios. I
Hmm.
think Matt Booty had to choose, like, hey, which of the studios we gotta let go. He chose them, and Phil Spencer wrote off on it. Because that's how it works, right?
Right.
And yeah, I mean, that's just how it is. I,
I have to agree that if he had a choice,
Mm-hmm.
I would pick them too because they're the least productive of all of
He's
them. And I
productive.
still don't like.
They didn't do shit for years, man.
Yeah,
Like
and
what the
I'm not a
hell?
fan of Arcane at all. At all. Like not even a little bit. I even tried to play Prey, and I ain't like it.
Really?
And people rave about that
I don't
game.
think you gave it a good enough shot. I enjoyed Prey.
Yeah, maybe,
I
maybe.
think Phil Spencer agrees with Bushido here.
But yeah, those studios did the least. The only ones that head scratcher to me is Tango.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Look. Let's. I hate to do this, but they did release two mid games in a row that was as far as critically take, um, and also two by player base. The Evil Within series, I like it. Other people don't like it so much, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. That if you look at it objectively, which I'm trying to do, they have released two mid games. I don't think they're mid games. I like them, but from the outside though, they're not really well received. As far, especially as far as sales is concerned. I remember when Evil Within 2 came out, I was really gassed up for that game. And when it came out, man, it was barely anybody there to buy it.
Mm. You know.
So I could
So
I could get it. I get it, but I don't like it. I don't like it though.
Hellblade 2's media push has started, and
Yeah,
Hellblade
they posted a whole picture today.
What
they
there's a media push?
yes
Yeah,
they're
they
on
said Hellblade 2, May 21st. Here's a
What,
picture.
what is
no
on Twitter?
no they are on magazine covers. They're on magazine covers over in Europe right now. They are being, let's see here, just read this.
They're on porn ads now, so when you're watching your favorite porn, Hellblade 2 pops up.
Oh no!
Gamers hate this.
So they're being pushed right now on YouTube, HBO Max, Facebook, Instagram. There's in-feed promotional posts happening on Reddit. They are on 2 magazine covers over in the European region. So
Those
they're talking about it being, and there's still more to go. This started this morning, as a matter of fact.
Hmm.
Yep.
yeah, they still got the penis enlargement spam emails to go. um the car warranty Hellblade 2
Mm-hmm.
promotion. Yeah, they still
Shit,
got a
the car warranty thing. The
little.
retractable automatic hose.
That's horrible.
You
Hello,
know.
sir. Have you? Did you know your car warranty is out? Now, with the purchase of Hellblade 2, you can get your car warranty renewed.
With this
We already had
purchase,
that at Starfield.
with this purchase of Hellblade 2, you get 3 free car washes and our new touchless car wash.
Oh man,
Uh,
I just think that they're always late to the party, and
Yeah, it's
not
way too
fashionably
late.
late either. I'm talking about walking in sweaty, shirt out the pants type
They're
late to
walking
the
in when
party.
they're cleaning up, man. They're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's like, hey man, where's the party at? Party's over, dude.
Yeah,
party's
they
overdue.
burn me up, man.
Ninja Theory shut down
Oh my
because you weren't
gosh.
here on time.
Mm. I
You,
keep getting mad every time somebody brings up Ninja Theory as the next game studio. I'm like, but I will say one thing though. I questioned them sending Ninja Theory over to Greenland, especially for the time frame they were there. They were there for darn near a month.
yeah, they
Um,
were in Iceland for a long time.
yeah, I thought they were in
All for a
Greenland. Okay,
$50 game.
Yeah, Iceland.
Yeah, and so they were getting
That damn
sounds,
indie market.
authentic sounds, and everything. And I was like, I think you could simulate that, you know. And I don't think you had to take a whole crew down there either.
I think they're just
But
smoking weed in the mountains, honestly.
Oh,
oh man.
not only that, but
Microsoft paid for that Zaza.
this is guys, this has really got me worried about one of my developers that's close to my heart, Undead Labs. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, they're
Very
gone.
yeah.
They're gone next. They're gone next.
oh, dude,
Listen. Hold on for a second, Vinny. Before you get rid of them, calm down, slow down. Um, they're releasing my arguably favorite game of the Xbox exclusives, and that's State of Decay 3.
yes,
I can't have that happen.
I can't have that happen either.
You better buy 2 million copies.
I
Then.
need State of Decay 3.
When it comes
That's not funny, Vincent. He's laughing from all full hard. That's not funny. That's like we were just joking just a minute ago. Now you gotta bring serious stuff in. No, no, no way. I love that series.
I know, Thember. I know. Thember says now people are saying the people that have saw the Tango news are fear mongering and wishing that Hellblade 2 does bad so they can feel good to hate on Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's wishing at this point. It's just foresight.
I have seen it in the community too, because the other night I had off Saturday night, because it was everybody was at derby parties and everything for the Kentucky Derby, here in Kentucky Saturday, and so work was like, you know what? We're gonna give you all the night off. That way we don't have a bunch of drunk people stumbling in here and falling in machines and shit like that. So we got Saturday night off, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna fix myself a nice glass of bourbon. I'm gonna sit back here in the studio, and I'm gonna hop in an Xbox Live party and chat it up with all my buddies like the good old days. I fired up my Xbox. I went to my friends list, and nobody was in parties. I mean, you saw I got into a party with Kid Smooth and Chani Hargeet. Chani.
Really?
Yeah, I got into a party with Kid Smooth and Hargeet Chani and somebody else. And as soon as I got in there, everybody left except for Hargeet Chani. And I said, what happened? I was like, did I scare him off? And he was like, no, man, they haven't been here in a while. He said, you joining the party probably made their television ding to remind them, yo, dumbass, you're in a party still. And that reminded them to go ahead and leave. But Chani said, they haven't talked in a while anyway, so. But yeah, that was it. I'm used to hopping on there and seeing Jedi Knight Peter, Risk It, that blue number, all these people in a party talking and chatting. At least a party with at least 6 or 7 people in it. And there was none of that happening. There was no large congregation of friends like I'm so used to seeing when I get online. And I'm like, God, is it gotten that bad? Oh.
Yeah, no, it has. Yeah, a lot of my Xbox friends all switch to PC as well, so we're usually on Discord nowadays.
Now, I did want to ask you about that. Have they got a chat service embedded in Steam yet?
No.
Why not? That doesn't make any sense.
Probably like extra.
Well, I mean,
extra cost, unnecessary feature.
I mean, I can bring up my friends list.
They probably figure you use Discord, so.
Well, I can bring up my friends list on Steam and see all my friends and basically like eavesdrop on what they've been doing and what they've been playing, but we can't use
the
this.
Friends?
Yes, but we can't use.
You got other friends behind our back?
No, my only 2 friends on Steam are Mayhem and Vinny.
Only 2.
Those are my only 2 friends on Steam. But, but you can't use that same service to just hop into a chat. I mean, Discord is like handing themselves out to everybody. Discord is integrated in PlayStation now. It's integrated in Xbox. I've got to integrate it into OBS for this podcast. Why cannot just? I don't know. I guess I want my PC experience to be all in one place, just like my console experience is all in one place.
Yeah.
So
I was listening. You guys remember Halo 3 ODST?
Oh yeah. I loved it.
You know that song, Deference of Darkness?
Mm-hmm.
Is that really sad song when the ODST's in the rain?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys heard it. That song made me think back to like the 360 days and how good those days were. And like,
yeah,
I don't even recognize Xbox anymore. Whatever this thing is, it's not Xbox.
I have to agree with what as Alex said. He said that he thinks that there's going to be a gaming crash like we had in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a crash as far as like, because a lot of these studios are putting a lot of money out for these games and they're getting dividends back. And you might say a lot of them shut down because of that. I am concerned about that.
You know what the reasonable thing to do nowadays would be is let all your studios go independent and just make contracts with them,
Mm-hmm.
Let them handle the budgeting and financing on their own, and then you just pay them to make like exclusives, right? That's because like Xbox and PlayStation are both are kind of screwed with their games, man.
I just
What just happened? How did we get there
You couldn't have ate that
to this
fast.
point?
There's no way.
oh
I did.
It's
I'm
like, hello,
sorry.
family.
Would you have a hot pocket? Would you have just a hot pocket?
No, goddamn! I actually
No,
had dinner.
beans and rice.
I can see
All
him.
right.
Beans and rice.
I can see him sit down and go. I got. You know, Bob's gonna end the show. I gotta hurry up. Bob's gonna end the show on me.
That motherfucker's not gonna wait. I need to eat fast.
You know,
I
I
came
don't
on
know.
just in time, Fabio. We're doing outros. You can go ahead. No, I'm just-
Sure. I'm looking and you talking about your shit, asshole.
I can't.
Your toxic comments saying bullshit of not having studios and letting them become independent. How dare you,
You
good
know,
sir?
again, I hate to.
Are you becoming the new Mayhem Games? Is that what you're just telling me?
I
yeah.
hate to rehash what I've said over and over and over, but
I just said
okay,
over and over
I'm
and over
very,
again. Sorry.
I'm very analytical and I'm very fact oriented. And being an engineer that I am, I just look at things and everything to me is seen in numbers, and the numbers add up. They do. So if you talk about okay, as it is right now, Game Pass makes $7.5 billion a year. $7.5 billion. In case you didn't know, $1 billion is 1 million times 1,000. So we're talking about
Yeah.
7,500 $1 million chunks. Okay, if you can
Wait.
let's
Game Pass does $7 billion. Isn't 4 billion?
no,
Sorry, I'm really
it's
confused now.
$7.5 billion a year, and that's by lower metrics,
Oh, nice.
considering only 35 million subscribers. That's, but if you think about it, I only bring this up because it's been floating around that the development cost of a second Hi-Fi Rush would be about $3 to $4 million. Okay, and then they were looking at, well, how much could the game make after it came out? It may make $7 million, and for a 2-year, 3-year development time, $3 million profit is not enough. It doesn't seem feasible. It's not enough of a game. Okay, but at the end of the day, you're still only talking about $3 or $4 million when you have 7,500 $1 million chunks. Let's say you make a game like Halo Infinite that was $100 million or $200 million. Okay, that is still less than 1% of that 7,500 $1 million chunks that you are bringing in revenue every year. The math to me, it still does not add up to say that you are not making the money to pay these developers to work on what they want to work on. It still doesn't make it make sense to me, Vinny. Please.
I think the Game Pass as a subscription model works, right? But I think Game Pass with the cost of Activision and Bethesda together is what doesn't make it make sense.
Well, they weren't going to make
reason
that
being
money
is
back overnight.
What?
Well, that's part of Satia's. You know, he's a loan shark, man. Like Phil
Yeah,
Spencer should have known
the
that.
thing, the thing that we all end up thinking is like, do these guys think that, oh, we are releasing this game now, like Hi-Fi Rush, we expect to in 2 months make $70 billion out of this game? Like, seriously? Because that's the impression they are giving.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I think Microsoft is just doubling down on like, hey, you need to pay us back. And I think with where Xbox is right now and Game Pass, like I don't think it's enough. With their overhead, I don't think it's enough. They're not making enough revenue to be able to pay back Microsoft for the $70 billion and be able to support all these studios.
it's not just that situation. Like, it's not just I, in my opinion, like need to express the concern of like it's not just a situation of Phil Spencer pitched to Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard, and Phil Spencer didn't thought this out actually. Like he just thought, yeah, maybe we can do this, and I hope we can do this. Like we're talking about Microsoft, we're talking about $1 trillion company, we're talking about a company that does not like the motto of we start losing money and then way ahead on the long run we start making money. Like
Well,
remember how it was, for them to convince Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer to actually go with the Xbox, the original Xbox.
well, Phil Spencer went on record
So
and
like
said that
you're
they were
telling me,
doing all this to bring value to Game Pass subscribers. They were everything,
Mhm.
every publisher and studio that was acquired. It was always mentioned by Phil that this is to build our Game Pass library to put games in there day and date for Xbox players or users of Game Pass. And since the ABK deal, that's not been done outside of Diablo and a couple choice Call of Duties. That's why I don't think this is Phil. This is.
When you look at it though, I'm still growing more attached to the idea. It's not Phil. Um,
yeah,
well, because you
me
like you
too. Like,
said,
I
it was
really think it's not $7.
yeah. This was
Like
like you said,
okay,
Phil was the one who vied for every studio. When you look at it, you only would have Bethesda just by itself, and I can't see you thinking to yourself that these other studios have to go when I get them though. I'm gonna spend all this money to get them, but these other studios are gonna have to go. I couldn't see it. I just can't see that somebody would be um that lame brained to do something like that, to spend money, waste money actually, and then let go of the other studios.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like and continue like, oh yeah, we are going to spend 70. Like it's not just I don't think it's just situation of like if Phil Spencer made a calculation like, oh yeah, I made Microsoft spend $70 and we are not able to pay for that, so we are expected, so we need to pay them back for this. Like Satya Nadella is the one that
Yeah.
approved. Not just a situation, and it's not just a situation of like Phil Spencer is the one that made all the analytics. Like Satya Nadella definitely went to their economics department, whatever the heck is that guy's position. I don't know what's the name, the right term for this. And like said, okay, if we acquire Activision Blizzard, how much money are we gonna get? Well, sir, we can make this amount of money. And then they said done. I really cannot believe that if they accepted to acquire Activision Blizzard, it was only based on Phil is such a nice guy, isn't he?
you look at if you look at like Microsoft is a multi-trillion-dollar company. They didn't get there overnight. They didn't get there in the course of a year. They didn't get there in the course of 10 years. They've gotten there in the course of the last four
Yeah.
decades. And now, because of all the big money that's being made in the stock market with Nvidia and crypto and everything, I think everybody has got this big money right now mentality, and Microsoft's never been that. But perhaps the people behind the wheel are thinking that, and that's not going to happen. Yes,
Well,
it's going to.
look at Mixer. You guys remember Mixer?
Yep.
Yes.
Don't ever bring that up
Where
around me
Phil,
again.
where, where Phil Spencer made everybody sign those deals, and then they're like, "Oh, we're closing it down." Like not even 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of thing like it's not new. Like it's kind of just like it's poor planning on someone's end. And Satya wasn't the one that said,
No,
"Oh, we have to shut
not
down the
just
Hi-Fi Rush studio."
not just one person's end, multiple persons end, because it's Microsoft. If they honestly, if they would just trust like, oh yeah, we are going to only trust one guy's opinions of like, yeah, I think we can have some profit in this, and that's a fucked up decision because like you became a $1 trillion company by just trusting just one person's judgment on the matter. Or
Mhm.
were you like, yeah, okay, you said this, but let's go and analyze numbers by
The,
numbers.
the thing is,
Results go.
it's not Satya though. Satya is the one that says, "Hey, we need to cut costs here. Figure it out." It's Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and now Sarah Bond that are in charge of, making those cuts where they think is needed. And that's why I said earlier, like, if it was Satya, 343 wouldn't be here today. Like,
Hey, we do have to wrap up, guys, because Bob's got a job, unfortunately.
all
No,
right.
you don't.
Yeah, but
You're with us.
I'm telling you, it's just.
Your job is to be a good friend, which you're not being one right now. No, just kidding.
But yeah,
Sorry, couldn't resist.
who knows? Next week, guys, tune in. We could be talking about 4 more studios. God, I hope not.
All
No,
of ZeniMax
don't
is
say
closing.
that.
Oh yeah.
Obsidian's closing down.
Let me just okay. Once again, let me just say, I just like Bushido. I am not going to be, and as I said before in this podcast, like I am not going to jumping off the ship here. I will continue to stick with my Xbox, my subscription. I don't care. I don't give a damn about PlayStation. I don't give a damn about PC, even less. I just want to continue to
So
play on my Xbox, and that's what I'm going to be doing.
on that note, tell everybody where they can find you playing on that Xbox and speaking your word on the interweb.
Yeah, player. Tell
Yeah,
them.
yeah, player. Are you there, Fabio?
Fabio?
Sorry. I could. Sorry, it's just because I'm playing
You're still
some
eating
Doom
dinner.
here, and I just got into a really bad
You're
moment
playing
right
games
now.
during the
It's just a
podcast?
hard
Oh
level.
my
Of course,
god.
can I? Yeah, I can't.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
I'm
so
playing
I'm
Fallout
sorry.
76.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I called Fabio the professional, or is just Bushido the professional? I remember just being Bushido. He never called me professional.
Okay,
So
Fabio the
It
professional.
is me.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
you motherfucker! I need to stop playing now. Shit. Well, you can find me here on the Game Set Live podcast on Thursdays. You can find me on the XPN Natural YouTube channel on the XPL podcast on Wednesdays. You can find me on Xbox, of course, as Buffon Lizard 8, and you can find me on Twitter as FBO Amorim 97. Thank you so much, Bob.
Yes, that was very professional. Now, Mr. Bush, the professional. Sir, where can people find you at?
Same place, same time here. So on Twitter's, Xboxes is stuff like that. As Miss Bushido N7. And back to you, Bob.
All right, that's right. That's
Back
right.
to you, Bob.
Back to you, Bob. Thank you. Spoken like a true professional.
Dishes in.
Vinny. Vinny, the professional. Sir, where can people find you?
So stop playing, Vinny. So stop
Uso
playing,
Vinny
Vinny.
on all platforms, baby.
Especially
Especially
Master
Fallout
Is that your
76.
professional level? Is that your professional level? Serious?
especially Master Race. Especially Master Race. That's where you can find
Yes,
me.
sir. On the plains of heaven playing PC, that's where you'll find.
Oh wow.
Stupid.
Oh goodness. And this is KY Bob, host of the Game Side Love podcast, wrangling the misfits and talking news every week on Thursdays. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps the channel out. 24 hours from now, you can catch the audio version of this podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. And everybody,
Come get these dishes done.
like I always say every week, go out, touch some grass, hug someone you love, and play some games, man. Good night, everybody.